Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jared Glant, and this is Young Hustlers here on the Cardone Zone podcast. So thanks for showing up today. We have a great show, one of my favorite topics in the world, how to get customers. So look, customers are the key to sales. Customers are the key to growing a business. Customers are key to helping you make money. And that's what this show is all about. Young Hustlers, money is the topic here. Money, sales, business, and how you can keep that hustle young and strong inside you. And customers are the lifeblood to anybody who wants to make money. Regardless if you get paid commission or not, customers are important. If you get paid hourly, customers coming into that organization pay your hourly wage. If you get paid a salary, customers coming into your company are what pays your salary. And if you are a commission salesperson, then you know that customers represent you covering your bills, paying your rent, paying your car payment, paying for your kids to go to school, whatever you may have there. So look, customers are key and essential, but the question is, how do you get them? How do you get customers today? Now, most people rely on one flow of customers. Like, very rarely do you get a salesperson that has like a lot of streams pumping that are providing them with customers. And so what I want to do today is I want to talk about like what you can do to get more customers, just flat out. And what you need to look at is you need to start thinking of customer flows as you do multiple flows of income. By the way, we got a new call-in number, other side here, 305-865-6404, 305-865-6404. Call into the show if you have a question today on how you can get more customers. That's what I want to take calls on today, is how can you get more customers? I'm here to help, and that's what I want to do. So look, customers need to be viewed as flows of income are viewed. You know, they'd say the most successful people have 7 or more flows of income. Wouldn't it be great if you had 7 flows of customers? If you had one flow of opportunities that gave you 20 customers per month, paid, closed deals per month, wouldn't it be great to have 7 flows or 8 flows or 10 flows delivering that to you? Of course it would, right? But the problem is most people get focused on the one thing and they don't look at flow 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So I want to cover like the 3 main kind of buckets of ways that you can get customers. And of course, there's tons of subgroups within here. But I want to make sure that you have a kind of a plan. You know, I've been talking a lot about plans lately. We're helping, we help people come up with goal plans here in our Cardone U membership community at cardoneu.com. You can become a member, become a part of our community, and we'll help you put a plan in place to 10x your business, 10x your income, 10x your life. We have a deep dive coming up here at the end of the month. Where basically what we're going to do is we're going to help people create a sales plan, like literally a step-by-step process, a step-by-step plan for handling customers so that you can get a yes and get a deal. We're helping people create a business plan with Cardone Ventures. Cardone Ventures basically helps the operator who's gotten stuck, maybe was a great salesperson and their business got to $2 million, $3 million, $4 million bucks a year, but they don't really have that next level thing that will get them to go to 10 or 12 or even $20 million. So that's what Cardone Ventures is all about. We have a summit for that coming up, grantcardone.com/summit if you want to register for a free ticket. I highly recommend you get your info submitted there. Plans are important, and so I want you to leave here with a plan. So the 3 main buckets that you have for customer acquisition, these should be your main buckets. Number 1 should be your power base. First and foremost, your power base. Natalie, you know what I do. You know I've got the app. You know I've got the Cardone thing. You know Sandy has a business. Who do you know that could be a customer for any of those? Like literally just the reach to Natalie. The people that are close to you, the people that you have relationships, they should always be the place that you start. I know people that have built their entire business, very successful businesses, just off of relationships. Just off of people they know, people they like, people they trust, people that they've interacted with over the years, and then they develop these relationships that turn into profitable business ventures. So power base is extremely important, and it's where everybody should start. So who is your power base? Friends, family, neighbors, people that you currently do business with. Like if you have an insurance agent that you do business with, who does your family insurance, your car insurance, whatever, you have a relationship with this person. What about the person at your dry cleaning business, you know? You go in and pick up your dry cleaning, you see him all the time, you know, you're in there, you spend $150 every 2 weeks getting your clothes dry clean. Like that's a person that you're exchanging money with, that you have a relationship with. Who do they know that could help you? Who do they know that would be a prospect for you? And all these conversations, they just start with a simple ask. Like, Frank, we've been doing business for a while. We've been working together. You know that I have, my wife has a business. You know that we have this training business here. You know we have an ad agency now. You know that I have the app, the Hyundai app. Like, you know that I have all these things going on. Like, how many people do you know that could fit in there? Like, who are those people? Do you have one person I could call right now that could somehow become a customer? You want to see me do well, right? Like that's all the conversation has to be now. The more people you know, the more people you can have that conversation with. But most people don't even access their power base. Most people don't even know who their power base actually is. My very first deal that I did working for Grant Cardone was from my power base. It was my daddy. He said, Dad, you want to see me do well, right? Get rid of that goose egg on the sales board right now. Sign up right now. And you're going to pay full price too. Because I got to eat. So like you've got to start with your power base. This is one of the most violated things people do is they move past this. We have a new business venture, a couple that we've started here. Number one is the Cardone Kern Agency. So now we run social media ads for companies now, and we crush it. Like we literally crush it. We partnered with Frank Kern. He's for the last 25 years, he's been one of the top advertising, direct response, copywriting, email marketing, one of the top experts in the world at it. And we partnered and we created an agency, and now we're helping companies kind of navigate this whole social media advertising thing, and we're literally knocking the cover off the ball with our clients. Like when we go and say, hey, we've got this new thing we need to launch, right now all we're doing is we're going to our power base. We haven't even started spending money. We're going to existing clients. We're going to existing audience and followers. You may be watching this right now. We have an advertising agency. If you're spending money on ads right now, don't spend it with somebody else. Spend it with us. We already have a relationship. Give us the opportunity. Give us the chance to do it for you. Will you at least go to Cardone Kern right now, submit a lead, and have one of our people set up a call and at least show you what we're doing? Will you do that? Go to cardonekern.com right now if you're willing to do that. Like, that's as simple as it is, right? So like, do not bypass this thing, because one person that you connect with can lead to 10 other things. I've got a buddy of mine, one of my best friends, he was in my wedding. Him and his brother-in-law have a company, they do SEO. It's called Rad Interactive. And like their business, they found one referral provider, one or two, that's responsible for like 70% of their business. A guy that just gives them leads or gives them deals. Like almost the entire business is built off of one or two, I can't remember. Really, really good relationships with referral partners that all they do is tee deals up for them. So you could be one connection away from finding somebody that can give you 5 or 10 deals. Dave Robard's on our sales team. He's come across a couple pockets where he'll find one guy that'll be good for like a customer, somebody that becomes a customer, and they're good for like 5 or 6 deals. These are deals that he didn't have to make a cold call on. He didn't have to run an ad on. He didn't have to create a lead on. Like, all he literally had to do was say, Frank, I'm crushing it for you. I want to do this for more people, more of your friends, more people that you're close to, more people that you know that own businesses. Give me the name of 3 people right now, 3 people who you know could benefit from the same thing that you've benefited from. And then you get one person, but you're never going to find those 5 deals unless you ask the 20 or the 25 people that you need to get through to find the one person that will turn out to be the deal, or the one person that'll turn into the linchpin that makes the whole thing work. So don't violate that. Power base, number 1. And don't be afraid to make the call either. Number 2, social media should be a primary lead source for you today. Part of what we do at the Cardone Kern Agency is we help people take social media and convert people to an offer into a sale, into a customer. But the strategy that we use is puts people into a system where they literally get to the point where the customer wants to do business with you. The customer wants to do business with you rather than you having to go chase the customer down. So imagine if you just had a fish that swam up and jumped in the boat, rather than you having to throw the line out in the water and having to go fish for the boat, or fish for the fish for the fish. That's what we do. We help people use social for this. Now we do it on the paid side, right? But you can use the same formula for organic posting. Like, are you posting on LinkedIn? Are you posting on Instagram? Are you posting on Facebook? Are you posting on YouTube? Are you using all of these channels to at least start promoting what you're doing? This is something that I try to find excuses out of all the time. I hate social media. Like, I hate going on and posting. I hate being obligated to do it, but I know at the end of the day, it's good for the company if I'm doing that. It's good for the company if I'm sharing content and information that can help people, because then they get closer to the company. Then they get closer to me. Then they get closer to Steve Spray in the back. Then they get closer to Mike Bonnet, because they're putting out content that brings them closer to what we're doing. So eventually, when we make an offer that they're interested in, they buy it. Like, we have all these lines out in the water now. If the only platform that you use right now is Instagram, then you are fishing from one pool. Fish from 10 pools. Like, there are different people on YouTube than on Instagram, and there's different people on Snapchat than on Instagram. But the point is you have to have a plan for this. Me and my assistant were just talking about it, because I'm like, dude, I got to be more consistent posting online. And so we're putting together an actual plan. Like, hey, I need you to create this video. We need to get this graphic created. We need to go get some type of text to post, a post, like a copy post. Like, where are we going to get the content from? What's it going to be about? Like, it requires a plan. And too often, people bitch and complain about how much money they're making, but they never take a time to go, okay, what pays me money? Ding, customers. How can I get them? Number one, I can go to my Powerbase. When was the last time you talked to somebody that you know, love, trust, or do business with, and asked them to introduce you to somebody that you could possibly do business with? When was the last time that happened? I guarantee you, for 90% of the people that are watching this right now, it's been 6 months. And this is the easiest, lowest hanging fruit that you have, and you're violating it. You know, when I go onto your social media platforms, are you promoting and marketing what you do? Or are you using it for purposes like Francisco right now, just screwing around, right? That's probably what you're doing, right? You're messing around on it. You're using it as friends or, hey, family. Like, why can't it be everything? Why can't it be business? Why can't it be what you do? Why can't it be your friends? Why can't it be your family? Why can't it be everything? Like, social media can pay you. But if all you're doing is saying you're posting pictures of you and all your buddies taking shots or popping bottles at the club or whatever, and you're not posting anything about, hey, dude, what do you do for work, and can I transact with you? Do I even know anybody? When I see people posting stuff on social media, like my friends, when I see them posting stuff, and they're like, hey, I'm trying to get customers for this or that or the other thing, like, I literally take a second to think, who do I know that I can introduce them to? Why? Because I care about my friends. I care about the people I'm connected with. I try to make introductions, right? Because I want to put that energy out there. But you got to think too, if you're trying to promote and get customers using your platforms and you're acting like a jackass all the time and you're posting irresponsible stuff, people aren't going to want to do business with you. So when you're posting on social, you need to have this, like, when you're going on there, who's got my money? Where are the customers at? Who is a customer? Like, reach out to 15 people a day that post on one of your comments. Somebody that likes one of your posts. Reach out to them. Post something a day that actually relates to what you do for work. If you're an artist, post a picture. If you're an HVAC company, post a picture of you installing an air conditioning system. Like, if you use social media to be social, try using it for business. Post something about your business, and then if anybody likes it, reach out to them. They're interested in your post. They've responded to your post. Frank liked a picture that I posted or a video I posted about having a plan yesterday. I'm going to reach out to him and go, hey, Frank, thanks for reaching out. Would love to help you with this. What are you doing at the end of May? Oh, I don't know. I'm just, I don't got any plans. Good. We're doing a 2-day deep dive where we'll help you build out your sales plan. Can you make it? Like, just reach out to somebody, like somebody that at least is connected with you. So I hope that helps. So power-based, organic social, and then paid promotion. Now, a lot of people make the mistake to think that you need to have a big business, that you need to have a big budget to start advertising. And the truth is you don't. Like, you can literally spend $10 to promote a post. You could allocate $150 a month. Instead of booze, allocate $150 a month to promote a post that you make about your business that the majority of the people that follow you never even see. Right? Like when you post something on Facebook, I think the number's stupid. It's like 2 or 3% of your following actually sees it. Imagine if you just spent $150 a month on posts that were business focused, that got what you're doing in front of more of your own people. Like it can literally, like, it can be whatever you want, and then you get up to the point where you have a business or you're an entrepreneur and you're doing enough in sales to where you can actually pay somebody to do the marketing for you. So that's what we do at the Cardone Kern Agency. We developed a specific strategy to create opportunities where when a customer calls you, they are already pre-qualified and interested. This isn't just a blind lead form. We bring people all the way up to the boat. Now, you got to sell them. That's when you need Cardone University. You got to get on the phone and at least make a decent offer to them and at least ask them to do business with you to get them to actually sign up. But we can get them close to the boat. So that's what the agency's doing right now. We do month-to-month contracts. So, this isn't like a lifelong commitment. If we can't make you money, if we can't do a great job for you, then we don't deserve your business and we don't want it. If what we do doesn't work for you, then we are not a good fit for each other, and you shouldn't be locked into that. So you don't have to sign a contract. And what we do different at the Cardone Kern Agency is most agencies, they charge a percentage of your spend, and they'll charge you a minimum, like a minimum retainer of $2,000 a month, and then they'll charge you a percentage of your spend so that they're incentivized by the more money you spend. So they're going to want to constantly push you to increase your budget. What we do is we take our best-in-class strategy for ad buying and for how to structure the sequencing of how your ads are presented to a customer to find you your best, most qualified, most engaged customer. And we basically charge you a flat fee. So we charge you a flat fee. It's an investment of $2,800 a month to get access into Frank Kern's mind, the genius direct response marketer, Facebook copywriter, Facebook ad runner, social media genius and guru. We just charge you a flat fee. And again, if it doesn't work, we don't expect you to continue with us. You can go to Cardone Kern right now, cardonekern.com, submit your information, and one of the team members will call you and set up an appointment for you to take a look at what we're doing. But you need to have a plan for this. And you don't have to start with a big budget. You can start with something small, and then work your way up. Now, if you're a business owner, you need to be all over social media. Like there's industries out there that are so reliant on traditional media, they're missing the biggest land grab in history in the advertising world. And you hear the advertising gurus and the marketing gurus talking about this all the time. But if you look at the cost of what it costs to get an ad shown to somebody right now, and you compare that to TV, like, imagine if you could get, you guys know what commercials in the Super Bowl go for? They go for $4 million to get a spot, but most of the time, from what I understand, is you have to have, like, they won't let you just buy one ad. Like, they're going to make you commit to like $20 million in spend over the year just to get access to qualify to buy a commercial in the Super Bowl. I don't know if that is true or not. It's what I heard. I didn't hear it directly, so I'm just saying. But even if it's just $4 million, imagine if you could get a commercial on during the Super Bowl and it would cost you $5,000. Would that be a good deal? What if it was $50,000? Would that be a good deal? Yes, what if it was $100,000? Would it be a good deal? It would be a steal. And that's what's happening right now on social media. And if you know how to employ the right strategies, you can literally crush traditional media. And most traditional businesses that are relying solely on antiquated ways to promote. So this is massive right now. The earth is moving underneath this space. And so you need to get involved in paid promotion as well. So those are the 3 buckets. And I'm going to give you some homework. Number 1, your power base. I want you to list 5 people that you are close to that you can make this call to. And I want you to reach out to them and I want you to say, hey, John, this is Jared. You want to see me do well in life, right? What do you mean? You want to see me do well in life, right? Like you're my friend. We're friends. You want me to do well, right? Well, yeah, of course. I need you to do me a massive favor. Would you be willing to do that for me? Yeah, what is it? I need you to give me the names of 3 people. In my case, we do sales training. I need you to give me the names of 3 people that you're close to that own businesses that have salespeople that could benefit from some sales training. You know what we're about. You've seen the last 8 years, 9 years that I've been with Grant. You've seen what we've done, how we've grown, all the people we've helped. I want to do that for people that you know, that you trust, that you love. Give me 3 names. Make that call, okay? Make a list of 5 people that you can call and that you can have that conversation with. You got to have a plan in place for this power-based thing, I promise you. And make the freaking call. You can go through your phone right now and figure out who those 5 people are. I promise you, you'll get appointments off this before the end of the day today. So if you want to get customers, if you're serious about getting customers, make the freaking call. Number 2, organic social. What's your plan for Twitter? How often do you post? What do you post? What's your plan for Facebook? How often do you post? What do you post? What's your plan for Instagram? How often do you post? What do you post? What's your plan for Snapchat? How often do you post? What do you post? What's your plan for YouTube? How often do you post? What do you post? Write it down. Ask yourself right now, have you ever written down all of those platforms and said, how can I use these to help me make money? And come up with a plan. Probably 95% people haven't. You've got to have a plan. If you don't have a plan or a target, you will not deliver anything to the marketplace with any type of intention. It's going to be random. It's going to be these random acts of things that you do sporadically. And then number 3, you got to figure out a paid promotion strategy. If you want to promote a piece of content on Instagram, you can literally put a $10 budget on it. Like money, it should not be an excuse for you. But what you do have to have is commitment, because Rome wasn't built in a day. You got to know that any investment that you make in your brand, your company, your product, your service is ultimately going to pay you dividends over time. You've got to be committed today. Let's go to the phones, Natalie.
All right, you got Shauna in Tampa.
Shauna, thanks for calling the show. What's your question?
Jared, hey, first of all, I just want to say I've been watching the show for like years, and I super love it. So I just want to give you props for that, and you're awesome, and I'm so excited to talk to you today.
Thank you so much.
Well, so I got a question. So I know it's about like getting customers, and I would love to get some customers. So just real quick, I've been an entertainer and performer pretty much my whole life. I've worked in all like Florida theme parks and production companies, and now I'm ready to branch out on my own. Mm-hmm. But the only thing that I haven't figured out like a workaround yet is when people ask like, okay, if I can see a reel of stuff that you've done in the past or photos from past gigs, like that doesn't exist yet. So I'm trying to think of some kind of workaround or what I could possibly do.
Yeah, I mean, so a couple things. Number 1 is you need to come up with a way to handle that without giving them something. So like, right. I don't even know if this is real in your space, but maybe this is this is an option. So you're a performer, dancer, entertainer, and you're trying to go book a big gig with a company that's going to go around and do a bunch of stuff. Let's just say as the example. They said, hey, I want to see a reel of stuff that you've done. Then I would say, hey, you know what? I can understand and appreciate why you'd want that. People ask for that all the time. But the truth is, what I want to do is I want to come show you in person what I'm actually capable of doing. When can I come by your office?
I love that.
I'm happy to do that for you. I can get that for you. But right now, what I want to do is I want to come, I want to meet you face to face, and I want to show you in person what I can do.
I love it.
So that could be a workaround for you. The other thing is then you got to get a reel done. Like you got to get something made. People ask that all the time, like media outlets, PR companies, they ask for those all the time from us, and we have to create one. Like in some aspects of what you're going to do, like you're not going to be able to get around that. So you need to figure out how to create a reel. And so sometimes that may mean for you booking gigs or opportunities where you may not be getting paid what you want. You may not be getting paid at all, but you could be getting a asset that you can use to contribute to the reel.
Right, somewhere you could just get some footage to be able to promote and
yeah,
actually be able to
sometimes
answer people without workaround.
Yeah, like sometimes models will go and they'll do stuff for free because they want to get pictures that they can use to create a what do they call it, a portfolio, and then now they have a portfolio to send out, and then hopefully they don't have to do free stuff forever. So I think there's a couple workarounds for you. Number one is book gigs with the intention of getting collateral for a reel. And then number two is try to bypass that and just say, look, I know I'm capable. I've worked for X. I've been doing this for 20 years or 15 years or 10 years or 5 years or whatever the case may be. I want to come meet you face to face and show you what I can do.
I love both.
And they'll appreciate that. Like that, like the willingness to lean into it like that. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got it. Take care. Next caller.
All right, you got Dave in California.
Dave, what's going on, man? Thanks for calling the show. Dave, what's up?
Hello, this is Dave. Yeah.
Hey, is Dave there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Dave's not home, man.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, dude, I got you, man.
Oh,
Thanks.
You're talking about the Cheech and Chong movie.
Cheech and Chong, dude. That's a hilarious sketch. Anyways, dude, what's your question? Thanks for calling.
Oh, I just wanted to give you just like the typical pitch. That I was going to do, like normally we'll call into businesses and try and get them set up with TVs. We work for a large mass media company, and just wanted to give just a quick rundown on how that sounds and see what happens from there.
Cool. Go.
I'm sorry. Did you want me to just go ahead and just start that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So phone call comes in. Go ahead and pick up the phone.
Yeah, I'm calling you, right?
Oh, no, I'm actually calling you. It's actually almost like a cold call, right? So I'm calling into like a restaurant, a hotel, a business, that
cool.
sort of
Got
thing,
it.
and then you'll pick up. And,
I'm with you. Ring, ring, ring.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Jared.
Hey, Jared, how you doing? This is Dave. Are you the owner there for that particular business?
No.
Okay. You know what? Do you know who the owner is? My name is Dave. I'm with DirecTV, and wanted to see what we could do as far as getting you guys set up with TVs there at your business.
If you just send an email to Lisa, she'll be able to help you out.
Gotcha. And Lisa is the owner and makes that decision for that particular scenario?
No. Leah's just the admin assistant. She answers phones. She'll get you routed the right way.
Okay. Gotcha. Do you know when she'll be back in at all, so I can maybe call her back?
Yeah, just go to her voicemail. I'll transfer you to her voicemail.
Okay. And you happen to make the decisions as well for that sort of scenario, or is that strictly her?
No, she doesn't make the decisions, but she'll get the information routed along to the appropriate person.
Okay, I just need to make sure that I'm talking to the person that actually makes that decision, so it kind of cuts out a lot of the middleman stuff and that sort of thing, so that we can get moving forward on it. You guys out?
Yeah. All right, man. I'll pass all the information along.
Okay. What's that email address again?
Lisa@thecompany.com.
Okay, beautiful. I'll shoot that out, and then I'll try and follow up with her within the next few days.
Okay, so here's what I would do.
Okay.
So let's just say, like right now, I'm the VP of the company. I'm not the owner of the company, but you've called the VP, right?
Okay.
So where I think that you missed was you asked for the owner. Like when you say that, I immediately think sales call.
Right.
So what I would do is, like, if I was the VP and I got that company, I'm trying to get off that call as quick as possible.
Right. Of course.
Right. So what I would do is I would lead into the call and I'd be like, let me call you now. What do you sell again?
Just like mass media products throughout the country, like TVs and that sort of thing, phone, internet, and whatnot.
TVs, phone, like just like so media within an organization, an office.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Yes. Okay. So let me call you now. Okay.
Not the installation of it, just like the programming of it, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like customers can watch it, that sort of thing. It helps out with the revenue.
Yeah. Can I call you? Can I call you?
Sure.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello, this is Dave.
Hey, Dave, this is Jared. I'm calling from the biggest media company in the world, and I wanted to call and offer you a free assessment on your current media spend. Most businesses that take this assessment find that they're overpaying by about 280%. Would you be the right person to talk to about that?
Yeah, I would be. I don't have time to talk about it right now, but
Hey,
I mean, how would that work out?
Yeah, I completely understand. Most of the guys that I call like you are busy when I call them. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you guys made a media purchase in your company?
About a couple years ago.
And do you remember what you bought?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I have to go back.
Let me just stop right there. I just
want
want to let you know what happened is I'm in the call now.
Right.
Like I'm fact finding. Like those are fact finding questions. So he had an objection. I agreed. I acknowledged, and then I actually just bypassed it, and I moved right into the fact finding of the sales process.
Right.
So a lot of people,
that.
what happens, Dave, is a lot of people get hung up in that beginning part of the call. Like they say, I'm busy right now, and then they immediately try to move into, okay, well, when's a better time to talk?
Right.
Assume the first objection you hear is bullshit.
Right.
So, hey, completely understand. I'm with you. Most guys like you that I talk to are always busy. Let me ask you, how much money did you guys spend on media last year? I just bypassed it, and I'm going into the call.
Because you're getting that fact-finding information right off the bat.
Yeah, so I'm like, hey, man, we do an assessment. It typically will show you when and where you're overpaying, and most companies are overpaying by a factor of 280%. Are you the best person to go through that quick assessment? It'll take 30 seconds. Yeah, but I'm not busy. I'm busy right now. Great, totally understand. Most guys like you are busy. Let me ask you, when was the last time you bought something, a TV or a piece of media for your business?
Right.
So
getting all that information up front.
Yeah, and then he goes, hey, look, man, I really am busy. Dave, I promise you, I just need you for 30 seconds. All I'm trying to do is show you how much money that you can save whether or not you do business with me moving forward. How's that sound?
Right, and of course that sounds good, and you follow up later, that sort of thing.
No, I'm going to ask him the question now, dude. How many TVs did you buy last year? How many phone systems did you buy last year? And then before you know it, you're 30 minutes into the call.
Right.
Like,
with all
dude,
the information that you need.
Yeah, so what I would tell you is you got to have something hooky in your opening, and don't ever ask for the owner. Know who you're calling. Like asking for, can I speak to the owner of the company? Immediate red flag, salesperson, you're going right to voicemail.
Right.
So if you have the opportunity to figure out who you're calling before you make the call, I would highly suggest you do that, because it implies that you've actually taken 30 seconds to learn something about the company rather than just making a blind call. So hope that helped.
Yeah, I'm just real quick. What would you suggest if you don't even know, right? You're just calling straight in, and then that's the person that you do need to speak with. Obviously, you don't want to start with that because it's red flags of a sales call. Then how would you start off as strictly cold like that?
Then I just say, hey, how are you getting the lead?
Right. I'm just going strictly a cold call. Sometimes that information could be wrong. Sometimes the name of the person.
No, I know, but
you don't want to make that mistake going in.
Yeah, but like our guys call on lead lists. But when we go in, we set the parameters. Like you can make a cold call and know a lot about the person you're calling. Like we have one division of our business that sells sales training to car dealers. Like when a guy calls the car dealership, he knows a name. They're typically calling the general manager. And if the general manager is not there or not available, they know that they can go to a GSM. Like they know the lay of the land on who makes decisions in the store. And so they have a little bit of information. So like, are you talking about in your business, do you just get a phone book and flip it open and go, John's liquor store? Like, how do you get your lead?
Right. Well, that's what I was saying. I was saying, like, if it was just a worst case scenario, you don't have any information at all. You know the name of the business.
Yeah, but why would it be?
Located.
My point is why is it a worst case scenario?
Well, because a lot of times it's what it can be.
And
you
is that
that
is that because your company is giving you a blind cold call list, or is that because you're pulling a blind cold call list?
Potentially, yes. Potentially, yeah.
What do you mean potentially? What's actuality? What's reality? Like, do you have a list of people that you're going to call today?
Right.
Who gave you that list?
That is the reality of it. Sometimes you know if that information is 100% correct.
Yeah, but is somebody giving you that list to call?
Yes.
Who?
Our boss, our marketing team, whoever comes up with those particular leads.
And so you're just calling a name on a card.
Basically, yeah, and hoping it's the right one. And you could always kind of say, hey, you know, are you the one that's in charge of it, or is it, you know, Mary or something? You know.
Yeah. So here's an option. Let's say you're calling for Jared Glant, because that's the name on the card.
Right.
Okay. You call for Jared. They say Jared's not available right now, or he doesn't work here anymore. Great. Who took over Jared's role if they're not there, or if they're unavailable when Jared's busy? Who's in charge? When Jared's out, who's in charge? So you want to try to, like, again, like the cold call, when you get super cold and it's a blind cold call, they get a lot more difficult. What I would do if I were a salesperson right now and nobody was giving me any leads, I would go find a lead list in a specific industry that was well aligned with the product or service that you're selling, and I would pull up a list so that I'm calling the same type of businesses over and over and over again.
Right.
Because it allows you to groove into one thing. You start learning the structure. Hey, when the project manager isn't there, is it the lead buyer, who? It gives you a little bit more perspective on what's happening in the organization. So when we lean into car dealerships for cold calls, that's typically where most of our cold calls are made. We know that the org structure of a car dealership is the owner or the dealer principal, the general manager, the general sales manager, the sales manager, and then the salesperson. Right? So when we call, we're going for the dealer, the owner. They're typically not there. Then we go to the GM. If they're not there, not available, because they rarely are, then we go to the GSM. Then we go to the sales manager. And then, you know, if we can't get a hold of anybody, then we just call them back the next day.
Right. That's the typical flow chart of it.
So we know who we're calling. I would suggest that you find a way to get a list of people where you at least know. Like, let's say you sell TVs and you're like, I'm going to call bars. Because sports bars have TVs all over the place. Dude, I'm going to go pull a list from a data company. You can find these everywhere, where you can go and you can pull a list of 2,500 sports bars across the country. There's probably hundreds of thousands of them, but let's say you start with that chunk. You're going to call and you're going to say, you're going to get the name of the bar and who the owner is. Is Natalie Restrepo there? No, Natalie's not here right now. Great. When Natalie's not there, who's in charge? Francisco. Great. Is Francisco there? Yeah, hold on. Francisco gets up the phone. This is Francisco. Hey, Francisco, my name's Jared. I work for a company that helps sports bars audit their spend on phones. It's a free service, or on TV spend. It's a free service. In 30 seconds, I can tell you guys if and how much you're overpaying for your media. Let me ask you, how many TVs do you have in your bar? I've already moved him into qualification.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, like, and then he's going to tell me, hey, look, you know, I really don't make decisions on this. Hey, I know, I'm with you, I understand. Now I know he's not going to be the guy that makes a decision, but I'm going to try to get as much information as I can. How many TVs do you guys have there, Frank? We've got 22 TVs. Do you know how often you buy TVs? Oh, I don't know, every 6 or 8 months. Great. So now I know when I call back, I'm like, they got 25 TVs in that place and they buy TVs every 6 months. This is a good account. I need to.
You're armed with that ammunition. Yeah.
Right. So all of this stuff that I'm going through right now comes out of Cardone University. If you go to CardoneU.com, are you on CardoneU.com? Are you a member?
I'm not.
Dave, do you have $99 a month?
Yeah.
Do you think that call I just went through and knowing that could make you more than $99 a month?
Yeah, because you're all set up, you know what I mean, and you're knowing how to.
So I'm going to
that
put you on the
process.
phone with Natalie right now, and she's going to get you signed up for Cardone U, because every day you don't know that information, it's costing you money.
Okay.
Okay? Thanks for the call, bro. Next. Good? All right. How to get customers. Powerbase, organic social, paid social. You got to use them all. When you're reaching out to your Powerbase, you've got to use phone calls, text messages, videos, write handwritten letters. Dude, you got to do whatever it takes, because customers are the most important thing to your business, your income, and your life. Remember, at Young Hustlers, we come here every Thursday at noon to help you get your money right, to help you get your sales right, to help you grow your business. A couple things. Number one, we have our deep dive sales coming, our deep day sales intensive coming up. It's at the end of the month, May 30th and 31st. It's 10 grand. It's a steal. I'm basically going to go with the team, and we're going to help give you a playbook that you can take back into your company, teach you exactly how to train, onboard, and get assassins out of your sales team. It's the same thing we do here. 2 days after that, we have the Executive Summit with Brandon Dawson. This guy has bought and scaled a number of companies into the 9 figures. And so we want to have him come and help you do that with your business as well. You can get access to that at cardoneventures.com or grantcardone.com/deep dive. Finally, with the last thing that I talked about, with paid promotion, if you want to take a swing having the best in the business run your ads, go to cardonekern.com, submit your info. One of the team members will reach out, show you exactly what we're doing to 10x your leads and your sales. Remember, the only people who condemn the hustle are the ones who've already given up on the hustle themselves. We'll see you next week.